Children, how are you all? I hope all of you are staying safe at home. So we can pause everything, but life not shouldn't be. So to proceed further, uh, we should move on with our studies also. So let's start with our first lesson. The name of the lesson is The Last Lesson by Alphonse Daudet. Before we begin the chapter, let me give some uh, information what the chapter is all about. Dear children, the language of a country or community is the life breath of the people. It is the bond that keeps the people united. It is the storehouse of the nation's culture, history, and achievement. The people feel proud of their language, of their national flag and national anthem. Even we also feel proud to be Indian. And you know, dear children, every child loves their mother tongue. This lesson, last lesson, also depicts this kind of love and affection towards the mother tongue. The chapter is written by Alphonse Daudet. In this chapter, last lesson, it is set in the background of Franco-Prussian War. During this war, Germany took over France, two districts of France, Alsace and Lorraine. So let's start with the chapter. Before starting the chapter, have a look at who is Alphonse Daudet. Born in Nimes, attended school in Lyon, began writing at 14, forced to earn at 17, contributed to Figaro, worked as secretary to the Duke, married Julia Allard in 1867. This is all about the author. Daudet joined army to fight in the Franco-Prussian War. France's defeat had a profound impact and reflected in his stories. Contes de Leon Monday Tales, a collection of stories published in 1873 in London, and shows the change in France's fortune through the eyes of a young boy. Regarding the theme of the chapter, it relates to culture. As I told you in the beginning, on the introduction of the chapter, it relates to the culture and language. Hegemony of the imperial and colonial power. How colonial powers affect the overall development, overall impact. It affects the culture, it affects the economy, it affects the lifestyle of the people. Lust for ruling the world, influencing culture and identities. Pathos of likely language crisis. Language and asset, more so in times of crisis. Fear, shame, and agony of losing freedom of learning and using mother tongue. So dear children, it's very difficult if someone takes away your mother tongue from you. This happens with the people of described in the chapter, the last lesson, the district of Alsace and Lorraine. Okay, now let's I tell you the summary of the chapter, what the chapter is all about. The prose, the last lesson, written by Alphonse Daudet, narrates about the year 1870 when the Prussian forces under Bismarck attacked and captured France. Two French districts, Alsace and Lorraine, went into Prussians' hand. The new Prussian ruler discontinued the teaching of the French in the schools of these two districts. French teachers were asked to leave. The story described the last day of one such French teacher, Mr. M. Hamel. Mr. M. Hamel had been transferred and could no longer remain in his old school. Still, he gave a last lesson to his students with utmost devotion and sincerity as ever. Dear children, this is the story of a French teacher, M. Hamel, who had to go from that place, because from that day onwards, because Alsace was taken over by Germany, French was no longer in use. So he was to be transferred from there, from his old school. Before leaving the school, he decided to deliver a last lesson to all his children, all his villagers, and all other people of the place. The story depicts the pathos, agony, pain of the whole situation, about how people feel when they don't learn their own language and then losing an asset in M. Hamel. When Mr. M. Hamel was with them, nobody, the narrator of the story or the boy we are about, the story we are going to learn, read here also, nobody got bothered about Mr. M. Hamel, what he said, what he taught. But now, when they were on the verge of losing their language, they realized the importance of their language. So one of the his students, Franz, who dreaded French class, he was so afraid of French class, and M. Hamel's iron rod, came to the school that day thinking he would be punished as he had not learned his lessons of participle. A day before that day, the children were given a lesson on participle, and Franz was, as I can say, or you will read in the book, he was a very lazy kind of child, never interested in learning French. And Mr. M. Hamel gave him the task of learning participle. So he was very afraid before coming to the school. But on reaching the school, he found Hamel dressed up in Sunday clothes. Sunday clothes means special kind of clothes generally people used to wear when they have to go to attend the Sunday church. Or these are special clothes, they are used for special occasions also. For example, we also have some kind of special clothes, we just wear them on some kind of special moments like weddings, parties, and etc. So, but in other countries, they have Sunday clothes that they wear for Sunday mass, and all the old people of the village sitting there. So when Franz entered the class, he found that there were so many people. Mr. M. Hamel was dressed up very nicely in Sunday clothes, and all the other old people of the village, they were also sitting in the class. It was due to an order on the bulletin board. There is a during that time there was a bulletin board, and every news related to the city was written on that board. And that board says that was the first day when he realized for the first time that how important French was for him. But it was his last lesson in French. My dear children, before that he always dreaded, he was afraid of French class and even of Mr. M. Hamel. He was never interested in French. So but when German took over the country, Germany was to be imposed in the German language was to be imposed in the classes, and today was the last day of French lesson. He really felt as if something is going from his hand. So this is the last lesson. So when Franz entered the class, he was very late for the class. He expected that his his teacher might put a lot of, you can say he might be punished for that, for being late. But when he reached the class, it was quite different. As I have told you earlier, that the teacher was dressed up in Sunday clothes, and many people were sitting in the class. In those days, and he had there was a bulletin board, as I told you earlier. In those days, all the news were communicated to the public through a bulletin board. So he saw in the large number of people were around the bulletin board, and he from the bulletin board he could make out that their country was no longer a part of France. Now they will be the part of Germany. So with this the previous day he was given the task to learn participle. He was afraid that Mr. Hamel will use his iron rod, but it was totally a different day. So when Mr. Hamel began his class, it was a kind of self-realization for each and every person sitting in the classroom. Mr. Hamel told them that he worked in the school for 40 years and he was forced to leave the school because from next day onwards French will not be their part. So Hamel expressed his regret that because he was not able to teach each and he was not able to learn each and every child French. He spoke of French being the most, he told that French was the most beautiful, logical and clearest language in the world, and advised that everyone should at least know their mother tongue, because mother tongue is the key to the prison. So he even blamed the parents for not sending their children to school regularly and also not making them learn their mother tongue. Instead, he told that the parents, instead of making the children learn language, they send them for some other work. And also he blamed himself also for not making them utilizing all his time for the study purpose only, because when the lesson was there, he used to send the children to clean his house or some kind of errands. So at the end he feel very sorry that he couldn't make his children learn French. And everyone, all the old villagers and all the people sitting at the back bench, every eye was filled with the regret with that next morning onwards nobody will be learning French. At that time the clock struck 12, the clock in the church struck 12 and the class was over. Mr. M. Hamel also got very emotional. He was unable to speak. His throat, he just wrote on the blackboard, "Vive la France," means long live France, and left the classroom. Dear children, this story tells us the importance of mother language. Everybody must know their mother tongue, because mother tongue gives it gives vent to your feeling, and it relates to our motherland. So please read this chapter thoroughly and try to imbibe the good qualities of this chapter. Thank you.